Hello everybody and welcome back, and right now let us see how we can write our keystrokes to file every 20 seconds, for example. Or not really write, we actually want to append the keystrokes to that file. So let us see how we can actually do that. Let us make a final project which will be keylogger.py. So let us first copy everything from the keylogger2.py, select everything. Yeah, we actually can select everything, or I'm not really sure if this will work. Control A doesn't work. Basically we'll have to copy it from 2 times. Or you know what, we can actually just simply rename keylogger2.py into keylogger.py, which is a much simpler solution. So let's first delete the keylogger.txt and delete the keylogger1.py. Now let us nano our keylogger1.py, and right here what we want to do is basically just edit the report function, since that is the function that actually sends us back the actual keystrokes to our terminal. So let's first of all see what we need to do. So basically let us think about it. We want to write this to a file, so we do not want to print the keys. We want to type here with open, but not right here, since that would be something that we actually don't want to do. We don't want to open our file every 20 seconds. What we want to do to our file is actually write to it every 20 seconds. So let us see how we can do that. We need to open the file. Let's see where actually we can open it. So we can open it in the process keys, I believe. So with open, well, let's not open it right here. Let us actually open it out of the entire program right here. So before we actually run any of this, we want to open the file. So with open, and we want to call it the, for example, test or keylogger.txt as been before. We want to open it as the append and open it as fin, for example. And then what we want to do after that is actually run this function right here. Both of these functions. So let me see, let me think about this. This should actually work. If we run the report function, it will run it every 5 seconds, and in our report function we will actually try to, for example, keys equal nothing, or we actually want to do it before, so fin.write, and want to do is write keys. Then we set keys to be nothing. Then we call the function every 5 seconds, which we will change to 10 seconds. And we also listen for the listener of our keyboard. So let us see if this will actually work. So Control O. Let me just check this out. Keylogger.py, hello world, what is happening? Enter. We wait, for example, for 10 seconds. We can see nothing get printed out right here. But if we close this program, we have keylogger.txt that doesn't have anything, which isn't really good. So let us see what we need to fix right here. Process keys, we set the report to be good. Timer right here, keyboard listener. So maybe we actually have to wait a little bit longer, I'm not really sure. Let us actually run this once again. Hello. And let's wait for 10 seconds to pass. Maybe we didn't wait long enough. If this basically doesn't work, we'll take another approach to this. So 10 seconds passed for sure, so let us close this, get the keylogger.txt, and nothing there, so something is wrong. Let's see how we can fix it. So nano keylogger.py. Right here, what we want to actually do is, for example, instead of opening the file right here, let us open it in our process keys function. So we go this one back, and instead of actually doing this, let's actually write something like this. So right here, we do not want this, we do not want to print, so let us remove that. And right here, before the global keys, we want to use the with open, and then let's open, for example, keylogger.txt, open it for the append as always, as fin, let's call it like that. And what we want to do is basically write the string of that key. So what we actually want to do right here is tab this, all of this, to our file. Let us see if this will work. If we tab every line by one, so it belongs to our with open statement right here. Let's see if this will work. So keys, and this as well, and then down here we specify fin write keys. Let's see if this will actually work. Set this to be 5 seconds so we don't have to wait 10. Save this. Now this, I have no idea if this will work. We will have to try it out. Attribute error, fin write keys. Let us see what is wrong. Okay, we probably can't really do this right here. But what we can do is actually perform the print statement or the write statement right here. So let us see if only one of these will work. So print, or not print, fin.write keys. Now I'm not really sure what the error was, but let's type here hello world once again, press enter, wait for 5 seconds, and we will close this program in order to see if anything has been written to our keylogger.txt. So cat keylogger.txt, and here we have hello world. But something right here doesn't really work, since we got hello world printed out here 5 times or something like that. That means that we actually get the keylogger to be specified wrongly, so it opens this file every time and then it writes our keys every time. But what if we do it like this? So let us get everything back as before. Now sometimes it's good to experiment with things like this, and this is how you actually learn to code. This part right here we can delete. This is how you will actually learn to make your own programs, by experimenting with some of this stuff. So sometimes some function will not work, sometimes something will not be specified correctly, so you have to experiment in order to get it right next time. So right here we want to actually open the file right here after the keys. Let us actually open it normally, so fin equals open keylogger.txt. We open it for the appending, and then we actually right here, where we actually can use these global keys as a first line so we don't get confused, so copy it right here, and then fin open for the appending, and then fin.write keys. We write the keys, and then at the end we want to actually close the program, or the file, pardon me. So fin.close is what we use to close the file, and let us see if this will actually work right now. We run this, hello world, enter. We wait for 5 seconds in order to see what we get printed out in our file. So I believe 5 seconds has passed, so we control X this, so right here. Then we check out the txt, and we can see we finally got this to work. We only got printed the hello world in our file. We had 2 errors. First time we didn't get printed anything, then we copied to another function, then we got printed out hello world like 5 times, and right now, oops, not reverse shell, everything works well. So what we did, this function should stay the same, so as before, all we have to do is actually add the opening in the report function, which will open every 5 seconds this file, then it will write the keys, it will set the variable keys to be nothing, and then it will close the file. Then it will call this function once again in the next 5 seconds. So let us see if now we run this for a few more seconds. So first we write hello world in first 5 seconds, and in the next 5 seconds we will write something else, so we can see if it adds it twice or not. So after 5 seconds, what are you doing right now? Question mark. Then we press enter, and for example type here not much, what about you? Press enter, and then we can close this and see what we got printed out in our keylogger.txt. So hello world, what are you doing right now? Not much. Now what I am confused about is this part right here. So it did print out hello world, what are you doing twice, or basically just the hello world. So let me see why did it do that. So let's run this once again. Hello, which will be the first 5 seconds, and then in the next 5 seconds we will type world, and in the next 5 seconds we will type, for example, what. So world, then we wait for a few seconds and we will type here what, so we can see how many times it printed out each word. And let's wait another 5 seconds before we actually close this. So hello world what. And let's right now close this and cat our keylogger.txt. Hello world, what are you doing right now? Okay, oh yes, so we actually open this file every time, so we actually append to it. What we want to do now, as we can see, it printed out everything correctly, so hello world what. Now what this part right here, which I was confused about, is because we actually need to delete the file every time we close our keylogger. So right now it opens this keylogger.txt every time, and it appends every time we use this keylogger. We will also get in our keylogger this part right here. So this is good once you actually want to, for example, write everything to a file and then get back everything that the user has typed, which we actually want to do. But we may need to make sure that right after we close the reverse shell, we actually delete the keylogger.txt file. So what we need to do is basically nothing at the moment, but once we code this in the next video and in our reverse shell, we need to delete this file every time we actually close our reverse shell. So what we will do that basically at the end of the program, we will just import the OS and then os.remove keylogger.txt. So that would be about it in this video. We will have to specify a few other options in the next video, and then we will be good to go. So I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope I see you in the next video. Bye!